Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today, thank you.
Sorry. Please have it at the beginning.
Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today we're going to be looking at another manual conversion for a Supra. This is the Grannas Racing Magnum T56 conversion. They've supplied it as a kit. Customer bought the kit independently and brought it to us to fit. And let's have a look around this gearbox and all the bits that come with it. So they supply you with a fully built up clutch pedal, a new brake pedal, the shifter mounting as well for the offset shifter. So these have got locking tabs so you can offset the shifter on top of the original gearbox, and you then put the shifter part on. Also comes with it looks like a Mustang or something like that, gearbox mount, and a really cool 6-speed with reverse Grannas Racing shifter. I mean, I thought that was really cool. Look, GR all in leather. Also comes with some instructions for the wiring, the rear gearbox mount, a billet steel input shaft for aligning the clutch system, all the nuts and bolts, clutch line and anything else that needs to be done. Also a new master cylinder, the wiring Bluetooth module as well, some ARP flywheel bolts, the magnesium bell housing and an index plate as well. So very much like the HGT where I had to index off the crankshaft, I'll do the same thing on this as well. So I'll end up putting the DTI gauge in the center of the crankshaft with the magnetic base, and then I'll get the dial indicator and I'll run it around here, and then we'll get the bell housing in the correct position. Also comes with a drive shaft shop, carbon prop shaft with billet yokes, a tunnel as well. I wasn't too impressed with this tunnel. It's okay. I just think they could do a little bit better with the finish on this ring here, and just do a little bit of a neater job, but it will serve its purpose absolutely fine. Also comes with the diff adapter as well. Here is the gearbox. It is a brand spanking new gearbox, so that is always very good. And I think Mike said it comes with a year warranty. I think it comes with a year warranty as well. Again, nice input shaft, comes with a Tilton hydraulic concentric slave and a Tilton twin plate clutch and flywheel assembly. So next week will be my job of fitting this into the car. The only thing it didn't come with was gearbox oil and fluid as well for the clutch master. Other than that, it was a pretty complete kit. Oh, also one thing I nearly forgot, it also comes with a manual transmission plastic as well for the interior of the car. So it's going to look very stock in the inside, and we're looking forward to seeing how this one turns out. We've had a few requests from some other customers wanting to know what this conversion is like. I've seen already that they've had to modify this plate for the gearbox, probably for space. You can see here they've ground this off and for clearance on both sides, there and there, and it's probably because it's quite close up to the tunnel once you've got the bell housing on. So instead of beating the tunnel of the car, they've modified the adapter plate for the front of the gearbox. So yep, this looks like a pretty complete kit, and we will continue doing the video on the install on this one as well to see how well it goes, and then we'll give you a report at the end to see what this gearbox is actually like. Welcome back to the T56 Grannas Racing 6-speed gearbox install into this Supra, and we've just kind of come across a little bit of an issue. So we believe that the Grannas kit was made for a left-hand drive car, so there was more tunnel space on the left-hand side of the tunnel than there is on a right-hand drive car. So this is the bell housing in the vehicle at the moment, and you can see on the driver's side here there's a nice scalloped area that's been taken out that the shape of the tunnel is. It gives us plenty of clearance over this side, but because this kit is for a left-hand drive car, this scalloped area would normally be this side, and you can see on a right-hand drive car we have no clearance around the bell housing around here. So we're pretty committed now, customers committed as well, so we're going to have to modify the tunnel around this area and massage it back basically. We're going to use some dead blow hammers, some panel beating hammers, and probably an air chisel as well with a punch end on it, and then just try and massage this shape. But it is double skinned here. It's going to be really hard to modify to get it to go back. But that is where we are with the T56 install on a right-hand drive car. We'll give Grannas a call and see you know, if they do any other bell housing adapters, but I don't think they do. So here we have the auto box removed, all the parts that we won't be using, flex plate, drive plate, all the nuts and bolts, prop shaft for the auto gearbox as well. So that's ready for the customer to come and collect, and yeah, we're just going to modify this bell housing now. So here we are, we're now ready to install this T56 Magnum into this Supra. I've modified the tunnel, I've got the clearance around the bell housing on this right-hand drive car, I've got the clutch on, I've set the concentric slave, I've got the bell housing on, starter motor on, and now the gearbox is going on. I'm just going to show you what I've done with the modifications of the tunnel, and also the cutting the tunnel for the shifter, the manual shifter as well. So I've done all of that really neatly, and it's turning out okay so far, but it's definitely not a factory fitted install. Definitely have to do some modifications to the tunnel on a right hand drive car. As you can see, I've got all the clearance around the left hand side of the bell housing as well now. The tilt and clutch is on, twin plate tilt-on. I've done the concentric slave, and I've also done all of the tunnel mods as well. So I've cut the tunnel out, seam sealed it all, and stone chipped everything anything that's bare metal at all. So that's all seam sealed and stone chipped. I've got the gearbox on the stand. I haven't put the shifter in yet because it says to do it afterwards. It does say to put this breather for the gearbox bolt in because it's hard to get through the bracket. So now I've got it on my stand, and I'm going to crack on and see if I can get this in, see if it slots in first time. So here we are in the car with the T56 Magnum that we've just fitted. Going out for my first drive, just making sure that I've set up all of the app and the speedo correct. Everything's all working so far, reverse light, speedo, lockout. So yeah, it's gone well. The install itself was quite difficult, but we'll just take a short drive and actually see what this box feels like. So far, my thoughts on the box. The shift feels amazing. It feels really tight. You know, it actually feels better than a V160 or a V161. It feels way more positive on the shift. The downside of the box, so this has got Dextron 3 in for running in as advised by Grannas Racing, and it's noisy. It's definitely a noisy box so far. You get similar noise on a V160, V161, but this does seem a little bit noisier. My only complaint driving the car so far is the clutch. Holy crap. The clutch pedal is rock hard. It is very hard to press down, and the biting point is quite high up. So to me, obviously fitted a few gearboxes now in my time, I would say that the clutch master cylinder is not spec correctly for the concentric slave. I would say it's too large of a bore diameter. So we're getting too much throw out, which means that the biting point's quite high, and a very hard clutch pedal. I mean, if you're going to be sitting in traffic in this car, you're going to have a dead leg within 5 minutes. I mean, I could already feel on my foot, you know, the pressure point where I've been pressing the clutch pedal, and I've only probably done, I don't know, 3 minutes of driving. So my only complaint so far is the clutch. The clutch pedal is rock hard. So I might speak to Grannas and see what bore diameter their clutch master is. Normally on the concentric slaves that I've been fitting, I've been using 0.63 clutch master, and that is enough throw to throw out, you know, OS Geiken quad plates, and it looks like it's going to be enough throw to throw out this as well. So maybe a better option would be to change the clutch master to a Willwood 0.6, 0.62 and see if that makes a difference, because at the moment this is very heavy. So also whilst I'm driving, I'm just checking the speed as well, and I'm about 10 miles an hour out. It says we're doing 39 miles an hour with our GPS, we're doing 50 miles an hour with the speedo. So I'm going to change the pulse count on this Bowler all-in-one loom, and see if I can get it more accurate. So that is my job next. But so far, the car drives exactly like a manual car. So you can hear the gearbox noise. The shift feels extremely positive, so that's good news. You know, it feels like a very, very solid box. So how would I rate this box out of 10? So we'll do installation, right-hand drive car. Didn't fit. I wouldn't recommend doing it on your driveway. You definitely need a lift and to make sure you get access to everything. The kit itself, I score it a 8.5 out of 10 for what comes with the kit. You do get everything, so yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. I'd say the only niggle I've got is the clutch master, making sure the ratio is correct. So that's why that's an 8.5 out of 10. Fitting it into the car on a right-hand drive car, 4 out of 10. It doesn't fit, you've got to beat the tunnel, you need to make the space. So yeah, I mean, it's not great. It's not a simple slot-in job, and you don't have to modify anything. Obviously cutting the tunnel as well was a bit of a pain. But yeah, I mean, fitting it into the car, yeah, a 4 out of 10. Shift feel, a 9 out of 10. It feels incredible, I'm not gonna lie. The shifts feel amazing. So yeah, happy with that. Noise as well, 5 out of 10. The box is pretty noisy. I know it will quieten down when we change the gear oil back over to a more conventional gear oil instead of the Dextron 3. It does say Dextron 3 on the side of the gearbox. It is designed to run on Dextron 3. So yeah, I mean, that's the gearbox oil is going to be running it, but it says to use 75, 85 after it's done its running in. So yeah, I mean, that's to make it quiet basically. So but it's noisier than a V160, V161, especially in 4th gear when it's loaded. Drivability, again, 4 out of 10. It doesn't feel like a stock car with this clutch pedal this hard. I mean, I'm struggling to hold the clutch pedal down just sitting in this traffic. So yeah, that is one thing that really does need to be addressed with it. Obviously the online tutorials on YouTube, awesome, you know, made the job very easy. I did make a slight modification to how I modified the tunnel, just to make it a little bit neater. So once I'd done his template, Grannas' template, I then trimmed a little bit more so it was more flush with the original tunnel part that they give you, and then seam sealed and all the rest of it, and stone chipped. So very factory-like install now anyway, where I didn't want a big gap around it. So yeah, nice. Yeah, so the tutorial's brilliant. It is my only niggle at the moment is this bloody clutch pedal. So that is why I'm going to rate this an overall install of 6 out of 10. The shift feels amazing, you know, it's a fairly noisy box, the clutch pedal's rock hard, and the install was shit on a right-hand drive car. I mean, the tunnel shape compared to a left-hand drive car, there wasn't any space on the left-hand side of the gearbox, because normally the tunnel's different between left and right-hand drive vehicles, so there's a lot more space on a left-hand drive car. Anyway, that is about it for this gearbox install and review. It looks like factory though, I'm not going to deny it, it does look like a stock install. Right in the center console, bang on in the middle, and it just feels like really, really super nice. So yeah, nice and short and positive. Anyway guys, thank you for watching, thanks very much. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and yeah, we'll be going on to the next video shortly. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.